Hello everyone, tonight we're going to be deviating from the schedule, I usually do, maybe tweak a little bit with some AI dungeon because this is going to be my one stream this week, so I figured do something new because otherwise I'll be doing Talisman and then doing Talisman again next stream, effectively. So, we're wanting to use an AI dungeon for a while, ever since I saw a fairly substantial new update. Let's get right into it, which is also going to be okay, so gotta wait for the embedded videos to load in. I can go to SoundCloud or YouTube for it. I'll just go to SoundCloud for it. Right. I think go for wizard. Character's name. Continue with the usual. Visit fantasynamegenerators.com and see if they have like a wizard name generator. As soon as it wants to load. Right. Wizard names right here. Sure, a neutral name. I don't really know for sure what neutral wizard names implies, but sure, Rexium. That's during the story. You're Rexium, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a staff and a spellbook. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you have been looking for. You've been searching for a mystical spellbook of great power called the Book of Essence. You look around and see an ancient book on a pedestal. The pedestal is encrusted with jewels, and they are not on the pedestal. They are not on the pedestal. You wonder if they are magical, and you should try and take them. You gotta try and take the jewels then. You take the jewels from the pedestal and put them in your pack. You grab the book and go on your way. Suddenly you hear a voice behind you. Hello, little wizard. You gotta greet the voice. turn around and see a little old man with a black cloak and a pointed hat. Greetings, little wizard. Are you lost, wizard? Let's say I'm not lost. Just found what I was looking for. And then the back. How to leave. Isn't this accurate? The wizard smiles. Ah yes, the fool believes his own lies. He says, don't forget, little wizard, that I can hear what you are thinking. So already we've got so already we've met another wizard, and they're a telepath apparently. I'm gonna say, then tell me what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking that you believe your own lies. I do. Then you must be a very smart little wizard. I must be, yes. The wizard laughs and takes his leave. I guess that's the end of that conversation. I'm gonna leave the ruins. You walk through the plains until nightfall. You make a camp and eat some of your supplies, then go to sleep. In the middle of the night, you wake up feeling very cold. Just gonna enter on that and let it explain that for me. Grab your sword and go to investigate. You find nothing out of place. Then you spot something on the side of a hill. It's a horse, but it's not the one you rode in on. Inspect horse. You notice the horse's saddle is missing, meaning the horse itself seems calm and well cared for, like it has been ridden before. You also notice a small backpack on the ground next to the horse. Look around for the horse's rider. You go back to the horse and look around for the rider. You see no one, so you unhook the horse's pack. You find some bread in the water, then continue to look around for the rider. Press enter on that and see if it progresses at. Suddenly the horse makes a noise. You look back and see it biting at his hindquarters. You scream and draw your sword. The horse turns and gallops away. Okay. Let this continue happening. Shit, you shout. You run after the horse, but it's already a distant figure by the time you get up. You curse again and go to sleep. In the middle of the night, you're woken up by an unknown presence. You grab your sword and go to investigate. You see a cloaked figure, but it's far away from you. It doesn't appear hostile, but you can't be sure. Read cloaked figure. Greetings, traveler. Do you have business in these parts? You recognize the voice as that of the wizard you met earlier. You aren't sure how he found you, but you feel safer already. I was gonna say, I'm just on my way home from the ruins as we were in earlier. Ah yes, I remember you. You're that clever little wizard, aren't you? Yes, I have a treat for you then. Ooh, a treat? Come with me, I'll take you to see something that's quite rare. Okay, you follow the wizard out of earshot from the camp. I mean, to my knowledge, we don't have anyone traveling with us, so... I'm not sure if being in the earshot of the camp of my camp has any effect whatsoever. You follow the wizard through the plains until you come across a cave. The cave doesn't appear to be guarded or trapped in any way. This is as far as I go. Good luck. Enter cave, I guess. You walk into the cave and immediately feel cold. It's much colder in here than it was out in the plains. I'm gonna actually do a wizard thing and cast a warming spell. Well, you concentrate and put your hand on the switch of the lantern, but before you can flip it, something slams into you, throwing you to the ground. Good catch. Let this continue. Wizard, this one wants to see you. A man wearing tattered clothing and holding a sword approaches you. A couple of larger men stand behind him. Please, no killing. I just want to talk, the man says, his sword still pointed at you. Yeah, I'd just like to talk too. You put your sword down. These two gentlemen in here are going to take it from you. There you say, motioning to the Eternals to take their swords away from the man. The men comply, putting their swords on the ground. Who are the Eternals? Just gonna let this play out for a while until I can think of something we do. You first, one of the Eternal says, gesturing to the man and to go in front of you. The man complies, and he's putting down his sword. My name is Big Red. What's yours? Wizard's name or class, sir? Either. I'm not that much of a R word. Not gonna say the actual word because it's an ableist slur. What's her name, genius? Is it? My name is Rexium. Rexiaum? Sounds like a drug you take if you want to have a really good ... Big Red says before stopping. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is he telepathic too? Right, Wizard, tell me. Do you think we can come to some sort of agreement? I don't negotiate with terrorists. Terrorists? I'm not a terrorist. I'm just defending myself from people who are, and if you want to help me defend myself, you'll join me. I'm not a fighter. You won't be, not directly. That's usually the role of a wizard in combat. I promise you, I'm not helping anyone, let alone anyone who attacked my caravan. Ooh, we're getting spontaneous backstory. You're helping someone, you're helping yourself. What you're doing is completely backwards. If you truly want to help people, then you'll join me. The man starts laughing. What? He said. That is when he stops. You don't find me attractive? I said nothing of your looks. Big Red, his eyes widen a bit. Oh, you said something about my looks. Well, that case, are you also going to compliment my sword handling skills? I don't. I don't want to offend you, but I'm not here to be your opponent. Offend me? How? I haven't even attacked you. I've been nice so far. Or you're being a sourpuss. Why not lighten up a bit? You're not even drinking with me, are you? I haven't even offered you a drink. What's wrong with spending a little time with a pretty girl? Well, you seem a bit shy. Don't you want to meet some other nice people? Isn't this Big Red talking, who was just being described as a man? And I don't want to be part of your gang. And I want to go home. I guess maybe he's got like... maybe there's a girl here that he's referring to. Big Red sighs, putting his sword back up. Fine, be that way. I'm gonna cast the classic Warp Party. The classic escape spell. You warp to a secluded place with your new warp party. Big Red materializes, frowning. What the hell is this? Am I not wanted? And why wasn't I allowed in? I signed up to go on this mission, but not some group of the R word yet again. I kinda don't like this guy purely because it's the second time he's used an ableist slur. Take a step back. Who are these people, you ask? They're my loyal friends. And you can trust them, right? Big Red asks. I don't know. Or should you be out of the pod? And what? I'm just using my natural charm to make friends. What pod? It's how you're supposed to make friends, Dip. Not like you. You should try it too. Easy. It's easy. He'd just be nice. Big Red steps forward, sticking his hand out to look at it for a second before placing her hand in his. He grips it tightly, staring into your eyes. See? Now we're friends, see? Nice and easy, he says. Yeah, you said. Hey, okay, let's go meet the others. There's a Big Red turns around, leading the warp party out of the forest. At first I thought I interpreted the way I intended, but no. It has created the concept of a warp party. So I guess in this universe, warp party does not mean warp yourself and everyone in your party. It means warp yourself and everyone around you to have like a good time in a secluded location. And Big Red turns on leading the warp party of the forest. He stayed behind with the second team, and he was staring after him. Well, he's joined the gang, Olive says. What do you think? I don't trust him, Cassis says. Just gonna keep letting this play out. He seems too nice, too happy for a survivalist scheme of things. He's acting too good to be true. He's not playing anything, Olive says. He's just happy. Look at him. He's loving everything. You know what, Olive? I think Big Red is the happiest person here, and he's been through a lot more than any of us have. I don't know, I just feel like something's wrong with him. I don't trust him. Oh, Cassis Shard is looking at you. Oh, they're talking about Big Red, not me. I don't know, should we kill him? Olive and Cassis look at each other, nodding slowly. Yeah, I think we should, Olive says. Quests are also a thing. Which I believe I've completed. At least one of the like quests that appears to be default to this like this like prompt. I wanted to modify the, yeah, here we go. Modify the quest. Guess we've got a new quest to kill Big Red for some reason. But we completed the quest to find Spellbook a while back. Like, pretty much from the very beginning. You know what? Hatch a plan to kill old Big Red. You could poison his food, Cassis says. When he's eating, slip him a... Just gotta make sure that that's not like... She's gonna like... Ah, I see. Well, there are two things that could be. I assume he means a Mickey Finn, apparently, because the other option is that he's Irish and he's talking about slipping just straight up a penis this man's food. Like, I mean, I guess it would slow him down. Because he says when he's eating, slip him a Mickey. Should at least slow him down. Like, I mean, both accidentally ingesting a psychoactive drug or incapacitating agent, and or suddenly finding, or just like spontaneously finding a dick in your food will both slow somebody down. I guess. Or we could just run him through, Cassis says. Yes, it would take longer, but we've got a good chance of success. I know what kind of daggers Olive uses. We could use those. But wouldn't we want it to be to where none of us are obviously the killer? We'd have to get in close. And if he turns nasty, well, we could try the poison. I like the run-through option, you say. Cassis nods. Let's do that. You watch his big red strolls along, talking to his fellow war pigs. He sits down on a log, smiling. Acquire Olive's daggers. Since I guess we're like framing Olive for it. You walk forward, poking your head around the trees. Cassis stands behind you, gripping his dagger. You reach the edge of the group, staring at Big Red. He spots you, smiling. Hello, boys, what are you doing here? He asks. We're scouts, Olive says. What are you doing here? I'm on patrol. I find it's the best way to keep in shape. What are you two scouts? We're going to kill the... Cassis stares to find his words. I better intervene. Let's say... Also, could probably find some, like, sneaky, like, murder mission music. Maybe Vampire has something like that. Yeah, hunger, see if monsters. Here we go, night infiltration. That sounds like a good... You know what? I'm gonna intervene by just stabbing the guy. Or not. It might just ignore me. We're going to kill the werewolves, you say. Ah, fantastic. I'll leave you to it. Then best of luck, boys. I hope you get them. Thanks, Olive nods as Big Red walks off. Well, let's get going, Cassis says, quickly walking away. Olive stares at Big Red before trying to catch up with you. What was that? She asks. What was what? You reply. I could have stabbed him. I was trying to, but the AI decided to ignore me. I could have stabbed him. I was given a blade and told to kill, and I could have done it. No, you wouldn't have. Her trained to kill from birth. They'd never make a mistake. He knew that. He was just fishing for a compliment. I don't understand why they were walking along the track when we could be tracking werewolves. All of a sudden, Look, we've already found one group of werewolves. We're doing well just by following the railroad. Why bother changing the winning formula? This has completely lost the plot already. I don't know, I just want to get on with it. I want to kill something. You shrug, continuing along the tracks. After a few minutes, you hear howls. See if there's any good, like, werewolf music. I mean, it's soon, we get pretty close. Attack seems like it'll work fine. For a few minutes you hear howls. The howls draw near. There you stop in your tracks and drop to your knees. A group of werewolves comes into view, charging along the tracks. So hey, I mean, the winning formula is coming into effect. They bound forward, every leap taking them over 50 feet ahead. The alpha leaps in front of the pack, staring ahead and howling back at you. You see it now. See what? This is its armor, the armor of the chainmail covering its whole body. The wolf head's on its helmet, the bone claws in his boots. The creature looks back, howling to its comrades. Lets out a burst of flames which lands out and set the whole train ablaze. There's a train? Like, I knew we were on railroads, but trains? So, is there actually a train on the tracks or something? Filling the air with the scent of burning flesh. I guess I attacked the alpha? You charge forward, leaping at the creature. It roars, swinging its clawed hand and smacking you into the ground. It presses its foot on her chest, growling in her face. You know what? Cast it. Just gonna cast a spell on the alpha. I'm not sure what spell. I'm gonna let it decide. You attempt to cast a spell of the alpha, but failed. You're out of spells. Oh, apparently I've only got 2 spells. Perhaps it's best to just butcher this beast before the rest of its pack can agorize. Attack alpha with dagger. You grab your dagger, jabbing it at the alpha. It catches the creature's foreleg and it flings you off. You smash into the ground as the werewolves surround you. This isn't looking good. Come on, feed me, boys. Eat this chump. Castus yells. Do you see that? I got him right in the throat. Oh, apparently this is all a ruse. News as Cassus and Olive are also werewolves. You know what? Attack Cassus. You charge forward, grabbing your knife and stabbing it into Cassus's chest. The blow is glancing, but still goes in cleanly enough. Cassius grunts in pain, grabbing his dagger and stabbing it at you. You dodge, and he buries his knife in Big Red's side. Big Red is here again for some reason. My dagger, you've killed me, you useless piece of... Cassius said this before Olive lands a kick to his head. Shut up, Olive yells. What about the werewolves? Cassius falls silent, and the three of you begin to walk towards the Alpha. You're almost upon it now. You can see that the creature's eyes bulge as it spots you. It opens its maw, howling as fire bursts out and setting the creature ablaze with a screech. It charges forward. Kill, maim, burn, kill, maim, burn. Just gonna attack Alpha. You charge forward, grabbing your knife and ramming into the Alpha's chest. As you twist the knife before slamming your boot into its face. The creature howls, grabbing you and throwing you against the ground. It growls, straddling you and smashing its claw into your chest. You block the punch that would have killed you, but the claw smash takes her head off. You die quietly, the world fading to black. No, unless I was Big Red the entire time. I am quite sure that is not a successful mission to kill Big Red. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the complete opposite of a successful mission to kill Red, as I am dead. Which actually... The proper way to phrase that is... You are dead. You've been killed by a werewolf. Last time I remember playing this, it had like a thing for when you're dead. But I guess it doesn't now, or at the very least it's not firing. But I'd say that's the note that this particular adventure ends on, so... Guess I'll start a new one. So you've got fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, cyberpunk, or custom. Anyone got any ideas for something to do next? Be a good prompt to start with. Keeping with the theme, fantasy, go for a ranger this time. Right. Does fantasynamegenerators.com have ranger names? If those are even distinct, I mean, they've got detective names, so like... They do not appear to have ranger names, so... Let's just go for... not fairy names. got just a general fantasy names option. You know what? Fantasy surnames will do. Just as soon as it wants to generate. Right. Shadowbringer. That sounds like a good name. You are Shadowbringer, a ranger living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a hunting bow and a quiver of arrows. You've been searching for a mystical beast for 3 months, tracking it through the forest. As you crouch behind a clump of trees, you see a shape loom out of the darkness. It's a black wolf with strange white symbols on its fur. It looks up at the moon and lets out a growl. Shoot wolf with bow and arrow. You shoot the wolf with your bow, but it falls to the ground in a flurry of black fur. You approach the creature cautiously and feel a thrill of excitement as you draw your hunting knife. See where this goes. You slice open its belly and allow the blood to drain out of it. Its body convulses once as it loses life. Yeah? That's definitely a completion of a quest to kill a mythical beast. Right? Skin wolf, I guess? You skin the wolf and take its pelt back to the village to get some money for it. The skin is worth 40 gold coins. You arrive back in your village with the wolf pet head over your shoulder. Villagers are amazed by it, and you receive many comments about your kill. Everyone is pleased to see you, and your 10 gold coins increased to 100 coins. You buy yourself a leather water bottle to carry your provisions in and keep your distance from others' water sources. Over the next week, you keep a lookout out for other black wolves, but see none. Your tracking skills improve when you can tell the wolf was injured. It was born that way. It probably was born that way. You wonder how it survived this long. You keep your bow at hand, but the wolf never comes back. It's dead. Of course it's not gonna come back. I'm gonna go into the forest. You decide to keep an eye on the area, but move further into the forest. You're going to sleep in a cave you found the next night and decide to keep an eye on the area. You spend a few hours outside the cave before you finally turn in. You keep awake for a few minutes staring at the cave's entrance. You sense something watching you. You grab your bow and peek out from around your sleeping roll, but see nothing. I'm gonna go outside. You get up and take a look around outside, and you see nothing but trees and rocks and snow. You turn to head back inside. You spot a few bushes at the side of the entrance. You thought you saw something move. You draw your bow and peer through the bushes. A large black wolf stares at you from the bushes. Its ears perk up up and it lets out a loud warning growl. Shoot Black Wolf with bow and arrow. You fire an arrow at the Black Wolf, but it knocks against a tree trunk on the way and sticks in the ground. You miss the wolf and it escapes back into the bushes. Gonna just go back to sleep. You get back into your sleeping roll and think about the Black Wolf. It's not like any Black Wolves you've hunted before. It's bigger and its code's different. You have a strong feeling it isn't a normal wolf. Over the next few days, you learn more about the creature. The Black Wolf is called a wolven. Is that an actual thing? Let's see. Wolven. Wolven are at their core fiercely loyal and knowledgeable in their ways, and yet driven by a far more feral and wild impulses that all seek to overcome and control all throughout their lifetimes. They hold great honor in king and country, fighting on behalf of their clan with a ferocity that eschews all sense of personal safety. Their normal shape wolven resemble well-built elves with athletic physiques and a very feral appearance. Oh, so it's like some kind of it sounds like it's some kind of like elf werewolf. I'm gonna try and befriend it. That sounds cool. We'll give him that description. Decide to try and make friends with Wolven. It may be dangerous, but it's only natural for animals to seek out companionship. You set up a sleeping roll near the Wolven's den and leave your bow and quiver nearby. The Wolven's den is in a cave a little way into the mountains. The cave has a large opening leading into a steep hillside. You figure the Wolven came in from there and got lost during the night. You head back down on the mountain to get your gear. When you get back up the mountain, you see the Wolven sitting near your quiver. You keep a safe distance but shout, I'm coming, friend, don't worry. Me! You walk up towards Wolven carefully, but as you reach for your bow, you see it run up the steep hill. You give chase, but quickly realize you aren't going to catch it. Of course not, it's a wolf. And a werewolf at that. You try to turn back, but end up sliding down on the hill on your rear. There, luckily, you grab hold of a bush and stop yourself from tumbling down the steep slope. You get up and brush the dirt and snow off your clothes. You grab your gear and head down the mountain into the Wolven's den. You reach the bottom of the slope, you see a Wolven skull lying in the dirt. The Wolven must have gotten you. You feel a mixture of sadness, fear and sadness. What? But it's a Wolven skull. Wait for the Wolven to return. You don't want to waste any more time on the Wolven, so you wait at the cave opening for it to return. You wait for about two more hours before you head back up the mountain. You see a few Wolven hairs near your gear, so you know the Wolven is nearby. You go back down the mountain and reach the cave where the Wolven was denning. You see You claw marks on the ground leading into the darkness of the cave. You follow them and enter the cave. You see the wolfen laying on the ground. Its face looks broken with its eyes missing and one nostril slightly bigger than the other. Blood stains the floor around it. Its fur is matted with the blood as well. You study the wolven's face and realize that the wolven has very human-like features. I mean, it is apparently some kind of elf lycanthrope. Inspect the body, I guess, because apparently it's like horribly injured. You inspect the wolfen carefully. You see a mole on the right shoulder, just below the armpit. You reach over and feel it. It's slightly warm, so you know it's still alive. However, it is blind because apparently its eyes are missing. Comfort the wolven. Don't know what's gonna come up with for how you comfort her to a wolven, but you sit head down, her next to the wolven, pat it on the side. Hey buddy, we'll get you fixed up, don't worry. Where's that medic from? We might need another medic soon. Keep talking to the wolven and hoping it will calm it down. The wolven looks at you with its empty eye sockets. It makes a high-pitched noise. It tries to get up but falls back down. You pat on the side one more time, then stop. You have an idea. You run over to the wolven's leg. You can try and lift it up, but it's beyond you. You try again and again, but no luck. You look around for something to help you out. Oh, but see only a few branches. The wolf makes a horrible shrieking noise and tries to bite you. You back up and think of something else to try. You grab one of the branches and hold it tightly in your hand. You want passion and splint out of branches. You take a sharpened branch and sharpen the end. You then take more branches and wrap it around the branch. So you get a very strong splint. Attach branch splint to the wolven injured leg. You hold the splint against the wolf's leg and it bites down on it. The wolven seems to be in more pain than you expected, but the splint is working. And you hope it will be strong enough to hold it in place while you wrap it up. Wrap up the injured leg. You work quickly to wrap the wolven up in some cloth and place on a makeshift table. You then wrap more cloth around its leg to hold the splint in place. Use it. Let's see if the wolven can walk. Stand up, take a deep breath, and ask the wolven, "Ready?" The wolven looks at you, still angry. You nod and start to go back outside. The wolven follows close behind. Reach down, grab your pack. You unzip it and grab the canteen. You pull it and twist the top off before handing it to the wolven. So I guess it's in a form that has hands. Hands currently. Here, drink. The wolfen looks at you for a second and slowly he starts to lap up the water. You let it have about a half a canteen before putting it back in your pack. You grab the med kit and take care of your own wounds. You're lucky that only your arm was cut up and your leg is just bruised. Guess that's from the fall earlier. Bring the wolfen back to the village. You lead the wolfen back to the village. It doesn't make a sound the entire time, it just follows behind. You reach the village, a large group of villagers is around. They look at you and the wolfen and with a mixture of fear and hatred. Sure, the villagers that the wolfen is friendly. You go up to a villager and ask if there's any place you can take her. No, I don't want to put the thing down. Okay, so I believe, yeah, if I assure the villagers that the wolfen and it is not a threat. Step forward and say, it is no threat to any of you. It is merely lost. It lost its way in the darkness, just like I did, but it is harmless. It lost its way in the darkness, just like I did, but it is harmless. It lost its way in the darkness, but just like I did, but it is harmless. It lost its way in the darkness, just like I did, but it is harmless. You keep talking to the crowd to reassure them, but there's still some that don't seem so sure. The wolfen growls and they immediately look scared again. You shake your head. You can't figure these guys out. Eventually the wolfen gets brought back to the wagons and locked up. Free the wolfen from the wagons. You walk over to the wolfen's wagon and find the lock on the cage broken. You walk inside and find the wolfen laying down. It looks up at you as you enter and lets out a growl. Starts to get up, but you command it to stay put. With a snap of your fingers. Stay, you say. It falls back on the floor and looks at you. Oh, so it's following commands now. Again, it's looking at me. But it already stated it has no eyes. like way up here. Its face looks broken with its eyes missing. That keeps looking at me. See if anyone in the village can replace eyes. You walk back to the large hut in the village where you find some jars of eyes. You walk over to the closest one and try to grab one when someone stops you. What are you doing? A voice asks. You turn and see an old woman that you've never met before. She is the midwife of the village, and always seen here sorting out the deliveries. I need new eyes for a friend, and he lost his eyes. The midwife stares at you for a second and then points to her eyes. You nod and look at the jars. Those eyes belong to a white. They keep their memories and give some of their sight to the person they belong to. You may keep them, but only for 1 hour. You nod and quickly head back into the wagons. You go find where you left your stuff. When you find it, you'll find a jar of eyes with a note attached. Read the note on the jar of eyes. Oh, whoops. Oh well, that works. You open the note and read it to yourself. You find a piece of paper with a note written on it. You start to read it aloud. These eyes are not your own. No, they may only be worn for an hour. Take them off or suffer the consequences. The midwife. You pause and look around. You know, I don't need magic white eyes. I just need regular wolfen eyes to give to my buddy who lost his eyes. So I'm going to return to the midwife. You walk back to the midwife who gives you a warm smile. Friend in need. It says in the notes, let me guess, you wanted those white eyes I was talking about earlier. Just gonna say... Actually, he could use some regular wolven eyes. If you have any. My wife nods and goes to the cabinet where he takes out a jar of eyes. Here, these should do you. They're regular wolfen eyes. I think it's best you have them. Can I keep these permanently? Because I know with the white eyes you only get to keep them for an hour. Well, it's up to the council, but I would recommend yes. Alright. Go to the council. Look into the council chamber. This is it, you say, looking at the building before you. This is the hub of government for the entire Wolven community. Gonna actually refresh that one. I think you got a little confused there. You walk into the large hut that served as a council meeting hut for the village. You see all 3 members of the council sitting around a table. They immediately stand up and greet you. I was told by the midwife that if I want to keep these wolven eyes permanent, that you would have to decide if I can keep these wolven eyes permanently. I need them for a friend who lost his eyes. The chief nods. That was very wise of the midwife to give you these. They would have been bad for you had you gotten them. He pauses and looks at you. But now is the time to ask a question. Would you like to join our village? Look at the other two members of the council. One is a large man with dark skin and sharp features. Do I have to join the village to keep the eyes? The second member of the council is a thin younger man with light skin and a smile on his face. Joining is not necessary, but is highly recommended. You would be welcome to the village as a true friend. You look at the chief again, but it's entirely up to you. I will join your village if you will have me. Chief smiles. Of course, friend. The chief goes to the corner of the hut and returns with some bandages and antiseptic. He starts wrapping her hand in bandages. Is my hand injured? Now, my friend, you'll have to stay here for a few days. We don't have many medical supplies, so you'll have to do some hunting to see what else we have to help your friend. Yes, they're gonna help the Wolven. Even though they thought it was a threat, but I guess now that I'm a member of the village, they'll still help him. Thank the council woman and leave. Walk back to your friends and tell them what the councilman said. I'm gonna refresh that one. Yeah, sure. We'll just you walk out of the council hut and see two of the villagers. There's gathering firewood. You head over to help them and help clear the snow off of the wood. Once the wood is ready, you start feeding the fire. Go to the wolf. Take the jar of wolven eyes. Raise it to the wolven. You walk back to the wolven who is sitting in the snow. He is holding the jar of wolven eyes close to his chest. Here, these are for you. Please don't be mad at your friend. The wolven looks up at you. What are you doing here? You explain the village and the loss of his friend's eyes. No? I'm pretty sure that's... Let's refresh that one. No, that also... It's not... Here, these are for you. The midwife gave them to me to give to you. The wolven looks at you and nods. I'm glad you came back, human. Thank you for the jar of wolven eyes. Put eyes from the jar into the wolven's empty sockets. Just jam right in there. You put the wolven's eyes into his empty eye sockets. He nods and smiles at you. Thank you, human. The wolven looks around and gets up off the ground. Finally, he can look around properly. Because he has eyes now. Whether they're properly connected? Who knows? Let's just continue this scene, I guess. We should head back to the village now. The morning will come soon. You know I'll walk towards the village with the wolven. The two of you walk in silence to your village. I mean, I thought we were in the village already. When you arrive, you see a large hut that serves as a medical hut and several smaller huts used for sleeping in. You help the wolven into the medical hut. You notice that several of the huts are empty. You wonder if any of the inhabitants were affected by the disease. What disease? This is brand new information. You go back outside and walk to your sleeping hut. As you enter, you notice your father looking at you. Your back eye. Your father notices there's a wolven walking towards him. I thought you were supposed to stay in the medical hut, dude. And this is exactly why. Because you're freaking my dad out. Dad, this is Lucas. Lucas, my father, Thomas. The wolven slowly looks up from his crouched position and stares at you. His head slowly lowers as he makes a nodding gesture. So I guess the wolven's name is Lucas now. Glad to meet you, human. His name is Thomas. The woman said he was glad you were here. He also said he needed to get back to the village right away. Where did he need to go? I think I got confused there. Hello, Thomas. It is an honor to meet you. The honor is all mine, Lucas. The woman stands up and walks past you to the medical hut. He just wandered over here to meet my dad and then left. Go to bed. You walk over to the sleeping hut and collapse on your sleeping mat. You stare up at the thatched roof and wonder if there's a spider web in the thatch. Soon you drift out to sleep. In the morning, you wake up at the usual time. You walk outside and see the sun rising over the horizon. You look over at the wolven sleeping behind you and wonder if he is dreaming. And now he's broken into my hut and is sleeping beside me. I mean, yeah. He's not, like, attacking anyone, and it's like, I can look past this. He's been through a lot, and he's probably not used to human civilization. You walk over to the medical hut and are met by the wolven who nods at you. Lucas, my friend, how are you this morning? I'm good, thank you. It was nothing. So what's today's plan, you think for a moment? I'm not sure. I think I'll just wander through the forest a little and see what I can find. Well, guess I'm gonna go out into the forest. Go up to the forest in the direction where you think the wolven village is. No, I'm not looking for a wolven village. You wander the forest aimlessly for a few hours. Now that's more like it. You walk along game trails and wander through the undergrowth. Eventually you come across a small stream. You walk over the stream and look down at the clear, cold water. You cup your hands and bring some of the water to your mouth. It's refreshing and perfect. Turn and look up the stream. You hear a slight noise and look up into the foliage. You see something large move further up the trail. You decide to head back towards the village. Yeah, probably a good idea. You need to tell someone about this. You hope the wolven will still be there, but he is long gone by now. No. Refresh that sentence. You see something move among the foliage and take a gun from your bag. I'm not playing with whatever that is. See a strange animal walking along the path that has a long snout with two large eyes for a nose and two small eyes in the middle. I'm gonna return to the village rather than mess with whatever that is. You walk up to the wolf and hand him a small patch of coins. I've brought back food, would you like it? The wolf nods and quickly goes to town. And they start screaming and yelling and push and shove him towards the hut. He drops a bag of food. I think again it got confused. Golden nods and quickly goes to town. He spent the next couple days in the village, returning to each day with fresh fish and berries. He spent the next few days enjoying the stream and relaxing. Honestly, that seems like a good note to end the story on. So, let's see. Wait. And just get rid of that quest. I completed already. So let's see. Wolven. Happy ending. You know. Trigger warning. Weird eye stuff. Because we did get a jar of eyes and just shove a couple into the woven skull. Befriending a wolven. The ranger finds and befriends an injured wolven. Misspelled wolven up here. After replace it, getting the wolven's lost eyes. And there we go. The ranger finds and befriends an injured wolven after replacing the wolven's lost eyes. Actions 125. Created July 15th at midnight. Updated July 15th at 12:38 a.m. So now, it's saved. You just ranger trigger warning, weird eye stuff. So let's go another round, then maybe switch games. Let's try one of the other categories. Let's go for... I remember mystery being good. Because if you go for the detective, it tries its best to come up with a consistent murder mystery. Plus I saw detective names right here. Sure, neutral detective names. Cass Foreman. You're Cass Foreman, a detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police bag. You enter the forest where you believe the criminal you're searching for or fled to. Suddenly, a criminal with a gun appears from behind a tree and aims at you. You are suddenly transported into the body of the other, the one who has been shot. Already going just completely buck wild. I guess let's see where this goes. You awaken tied to a table in the basement of an old farmhouse. Because I am now the victim. As opposed to the detective. Attempt to free yourself from your bonds. You pull your hands free and free yourself from the ropes that bind you. You're too late. As you try to free yourself, the door slams shut and locks, trapping your arm inside the sleeve. The person who shut the door returns with a knife and cuts your sleeve off your arm. They place a tourniquet above your wound and apply pressure with gauze. You watch as they place an IV into your arm and infusing you with something. They begin to wrap your arm in bandages. So I'm getting surprise medical attention. No clue what's in that IV. The person behind the knife places a hat on their head before placing a white coat on you. They put surgical gloves on and begin to treat your wound. What? You watch in awe as they work, finding yourself in the presence of a doctor. They must be. I can't believe it. I'm a doctor. I was shot and stabbed and I survived. This is a joke, right? It's a trick. Am I dying? Please don't let me die, you plead. They put you under anesthesia and begin operating on your wound. It is several hours before they finish. They remove the bullet, repair any damage to your arm, and replace tendons with synthetic ones. They construct a prosthetic that looks almost completely natural. They remove the tourniquet and apply a splint to your arm. You flex your fingers and move your arm. It responds just as a normal arm would. They apply a silver bandage around your arm in order to hold the splint in place. Why do I need a bandage if I've got a prosthetic? We'll be back tomorrow to check our wound and make sure the operation was a success. I've had some experience with this type of injury, so I think I know what to expect. If not, well, you'll be in a lot of pain. Means I can't say I'll be overly disappointed. Excuse me? Why would you be disappointed for me to not be in pain? You're a surgeon. The next day you're released from the hospital. Wasn't I just an old farmhouse? And your arm was put into a sling and you need to keep it in place. You visit the doctor the following week to make sure everything is going well, and they explain and that you should make a full recovery. In the meantime, you're given in some physical therapy to help strengthen your arm and rebuild the muscles. Why did this become, like, patient POV medical drama? Instead of... You're also given a grant to help with your living expenses for as long as you need. Over the next few months, you slowly regain your strength and ability. Like it starts with you're Cass Foreman, a detective living in Chicago. You have a pistol and a police badge. You enter the forest. You believe the criminal you're searching for or fled to. Suddenly a criminal with a gun appears from behind a tree and aims at you. But then it decided, fuck this, I'm gonna do a medical drama from the perspective of the patient. You eventually regain all the strength you had in your arm, but it takes a little longer to get it back than you would like. You never quite recovers to what it was prior to the injury, but you're getting there. Beginning of the next year, you're ready to get back to work. Contact all your former supervisors and are assigned back to your old jobs. It's the first day of the next year and you return to the police department. What? When you arrive, you're shocked to find that there's no longer a police department. Holy shit. Holy shit, we're living in a timeline where they successfully defunded the police. You arrive at the former police station and see a coffee shop across the street. You order coffee while you're waiting, and you see two men arguing in the seat. He'd opposite you. No, I didn't say that. I said I didn't do it. I've told you this a dozen times. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. You admit that you killed the police chief and stole the evidence locker 3 days ago. But there is no police chief. I guess maybe maybe the police department just moved? And they didn't tell me? But it says, it's the first day of the next year and you return to the police department. When you arrive, you're shocked to find there's no longer a police department. You're lying. Dang it. I'm going to have to charge you with perjury. But I'm not. You're mad because you went to keep doing what you're doing and I can't help that. Or maybe only Chicago has defunded the police. And they're talking about the police department from somewhere else in Illinois. I made it very clear when I first came in here, and I'm not gonna round anyone, let alone some stranger that doesn't give a crap about me. Is this Cass Foreman? The person that I was supposed to be? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not a rat, and I'm not going to become one. That's fine, you're not a rat, but your buddy there is a rat. What if it just interprets that as what if it just interpreted that as his buddy literally being a rat? And you're equally guilty of being an accomplice after the fact. You saw me come in here and do nothing. You know why? Because I'm letting you off the hook this time. Next time, though, it won't matter. Next time, it'll be you. The coffee arrives and you pay for it. As you leave, the two men continue to argue. This is not my business. Sip coffee. We're not sure who's telling the truth, but you do know that one of them isn't going to survive to see another day. Leave. Because this is clearly none of your business. You have no interest in some petty dispute. You decide that it's best to leave and walk out of the coffee shop. You walk a few blocks and take a right on another street. You continue to walk and look for any sign of a police presence. Eventually you find one and take a seat next to it in a coffee shop. We're in another coffee shop. Possibly still carrying coffee from the other one. Eventually you find and take a seat next to it in a coffee shop. The uniformed officer walks over to you. So I guess there are police. Hey, you lost? You stare blankly at him. Ah, I didn't expect that response. Settle down. He says, noticing your body tensing up. Okay, don't know why you'd be in prison, seeing it means you're a police officer. Wait, are you a cop? No, fessed up. No. I think he got confused. Can I ask you a question? Shoot. Why did you let that guy go? What guy? I think it just... Yeah. Listen, you can tell me. You don't have to make up a story. I'm here to protect you anyway. Sometimes people get nervous on me. It's all good. We found the one good cop? So tell me, why do you look like you just saw a ghost? Explain the situation to him, and he seems genuinely shocked when you're through. Jeez, I had no idea. You sure this isn't some sort of setup? I mean, you're the only one who knew what happened. They can tell you I can't believe one of them would rat head on the other. I guess I'm talking about the situation over the other coffee shop? I mean, I don't know. You have no reason to disbelieve him, so you decided to go with your own gun. I didn't believe him. So why did you come? You said you were nervous. Do you not have a great desire to return to your job? I'm not really worried about my situation. I'm more concerned about the other guy. When you said you couldn't identify, what do you mean? Well, he could be setting me up. Maybe they came here and decided the easiest way would be he just both go to jail. Or maybe they had some sort of argument. Who knows what goes on in those two monsters' heads. They're not exactly the most level-headed. The police officer seems to think about this for a second. Well, it is possible, I suppose. But I don't think they would do that, I mean... Well, they are monsters after all. If I was going to set anyone up, I would vent myself. No, I think you just worry too much. Come on, I'll take you back. I feel somewhat better, but there's still one thing that's been nagging at you. What happened to the old police station? I used to work there. but no one told me it was going to be closed down. Oh, the officer looks surprised. That's right, you were laid off, weren't you? If by laid off you mean spent a year in the infirmary from a bullet wound, then sure. Well, it's closed down, you'd be the first to know since you were there for the closure. Maybe I have amnesia. I was injured. But wait, I'm not the original inhabitant of this body, I don't think. Because remember, you were suddenly transported into the body of the other, the one who has been shot. Which means that I am Cass Foreman. I'm just not in Cass Foreman's body. I don't remember the closure. I hardly even remember living in this body since before about a year ago. What do you mean? If you work there, you should remember it. Well, I've been having problems with depression and anxiety for the past year. I've barely been able to function at all. Job was just a heavy burden and it took its toll on my body. Medical insurance was too expensive, so I've been trying to save up enough money through other means. Shit. I'm sorry, I didn't know. No, really, yeah, I am. But hey, you should have told someone. We all could have helped. I'm sure the company would have helped you if you had asked. There was nothing sinister going on with the closure. The building was just going to be knocked down and replaced with something better, with more facilities and a better emergency room. Since when do police departments have since when do police stations have emergency rooms? They need a lot. Maybe the police station's gonna be replaced with the hospital? They need a lot of medical staff for the new hospital they were going to build. Yeah. Instead of hiring new people, they decided to just restaff with people that already knew how to work there. That's why a lot of us were laid off to make room for the new workers. They're all located in the same building, so there was no need for two separate police stations anymore. Yeah. Thanks, you say. No problem, if you want. I can try and find out what happened to your old job, but I still have some connections with the company and I can make some inquiries for you. I need to appreciate that. Thank you. Alright then, I'll be sure to let you know if I find out anything. Maybe the company just forgot to give your job description to the new people. It does happen. Return to your home. Where is my home? As you enter your home, you begin to wonder what is going to happen into your future. You realize that the hospital is only a few minutes away from your house. But the question is, which hospital? The one that I was in, or the one that's replacing the police station? You know what? Check the time. It's 6:30. You've been home for more than 3 hours. And all that time you haven't done anything except eat, sleep, and watch TV. You begin to get a little restless. Look online for information about the old police station. You search for information about the police station, but there's nothing online. Huh. That's vaguely suspicious. Just can't go to bed. Go in bed and begin thinking about the future. You don't know what is going to happen, but you just hope that you will have a good life. Sleep. You sleep. Good morning, says a pleasant female voice. You open your eyes and see a vision of beauty. She's wearing a white coat and with a stethoscope around her neck. Why am I back at the hospital? Perhaps this is a dream. Please tell me this is a dream. Of course, the previous thing could have also been an anesthetic dream or something. Morning. She has long black hair and bright green eyes. Morning, you croak. I bet you're wondering what this is all about, she says cheerfully. Yes. You sit, he's sitting up and rubbing her eyes. Well, I'm a medical student. And I was on call last night, and so I came here to sleep instead. And I would have left after my shift was over, but the power went out of the building, so I stayed a little longer. Oh? You said, hey, I didn't notice the cots were all full, so I figured I'd catch some sleep too. You're the person who was found outside the old police station, right? Why was I suddenly outside the old police station? I heard what happened. Yes, but what is this all about? What are you doing here? I'm trying to find out more information about you. Well, she is a medical professional. Or a medical student. And I figured I'd ask you since I found you first thing this morning. I'm not sure how this works, but we were supposed to fill out a form that asked all these things. But I don't know what to put. Do you know what I mean? I think so. Say, rubbing your eyes again? So what do you want to know? Everything. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you want? Why are you here? Well, I'm Tina. I'm from Iowa. Yeah, let's just keep playing it. I want to be a surgeon. I came here because I got accepted into the program. What made you want to be a surgeon? The movies mostly. Oh wait. No. I think so, you say, rubbing your eyes again. So what do you want to know? Is her asking that. Everything. So she's Tina from Iowa. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. than me spontaneously being Tina from Iowa, who wants to be a surgeon. Movies mostly. I saw ER when I was little, and ever since then, I wanted to be a doctor. I didn't know which one, so I just picked the one that looked the toughest. That's good. You'll fit in well here, so what do you want to know about me? Oh, everything. I know you're exhausted, so we can discuss that later. Just tell me something about yourself. I have no idea what... I am here. That's something about myself? Is that I have no idea why I'm here? I have no idea why I'm here, you say? You don't know why you're here, she asks, raising an eyebrow. You said... say you found me outside the old police station. The last I remember, I was asleep in my own bed at home. You're in the town of Van Hove. It's located in the state of Missouri. It's located in a state called Missouri. I found you outside the old police station, but last I remember you were sleeping in your bed in your own bed at home. How did I end up in Missouri? Last I knew I was in Chicago. Although, I mean, that was Cass Foreman, the detective. It never specified that I was transported into the body of somebody who had been shot in Chicago. So maybe I've been in Van Hove, Missouri this entire time. You mean to tell me this isn't Chicago? It isn't, at least not what you're used to. It's more like a smaller town. What's its name? Van Hove? It's in Missouri. How the hell did I end up in Missouri? I don't know. What? That's what I'm trying to find out. Why were you going to Missouri? I don't remember even leaving in Chicago. I remember being a detective looking for a criminal in the forest, but then suddenly I was tied to a table in a farmhouse. Yeah, that was a bit strange. The doctor there said that they would be releasing you soon, and you would be going back to your home in Illinois. What the hell happened in the forest? I can't remember. The military found you outside the station. They said you were severely dehydrated and malnourished. They've been working on a report about it and what happened to you. They want to I know what you remember, but the only thing you seem to be able to remember is going to sleep and then waking up in the farmhouse. The doctor said that they would be releasing me soon. What the hell's going on? I don't know. No, the doctor said they would be releasing you soon. And then you would be going back to your home in Illinois. That was a few days ago, and now I guess you're here, but not in Illinois. You look at Tina's concerned face. Don't worry, you say. I'll figure it out. I'm sure you will. Well, she says, I have to go now, but it was nice talking to you. Try to remember more, okay? Okay. Tina gives you a small smile and leaves the room. Well, this has been a trip. Like, this has been a roller coaster. Like, how did I end up in Missouri? and the AI, and if the AI knows, it's not telling me. I think that's a honestly, I think that's a good note to leave on. Yeah, catch the criminal. The quest catch the criminal has gone completely out the window. My quest is find out why you're in Missouri. Gonna publish it, and it's a good title. You know what? My name is Cass Foreman, a detective of the Chicago PD. Or at least you think you are. How the hell did you end up in Missouri? I think something supernatural is going on here. Medical, because there was that whole section where it's like, fuck it, we're doing a medical drama now, from the POV of the patient. Yeah, I'd say, so that's gonna be it for AI Dungeon, for tonight, I'd say. I'm gonna be right back in the egg with some arena for the next hour, I'd say. To anyone watching this on YouTube, or not sticking around for arena, thank you for watching. Next stream will be next Tuesday, as this is the one stream I'm doing this week. Because the Vine Sauce's Hope charity event is this weekend. So like, because it starts at 9 a.m. on my time, I can't stay up too late Thursday night, and Saturday night will be during the event, so... and POV, and boot arena up.